There was once a poor farmer named Ade who lived in a small village in Yorubaland. He had a small plot of land where he grew crops to feed his family. However, due to the drought and infertile soil, his crops were not yielding much, and he struggled to make ends meet. One day, Ade met a wise old man who visited the village. The old man was known for his wisdom and was said to have magical powers. Ade approached him and asked for advice on how to improve in his crop yield. The old man smiled and said, "My son, I can help you, but you must promise to follow my instructions and carefully." Ade eagerly agreed, and the old man gave him 3 seeds. He said, "Plant these seeds, and in few months you will have a bountiful harvest. But remember, you must only water the seed with your tears and never let anyone else touch them." Ade was confused and asked, "Why must I water the seed with my tears?" The old man replied, "Because these seeds are special and only your tears can make them grow." Ade thanked the old man and went home, wondering how he would be able to cry enough to water the seed. Nevertheless, he followed the old man's instruction and planted the seed in his plot of land. Days turned into weeks, and Ade anxiously waited for the seed to sprout. However, nothing happened, and he began to lose hope. One day, his wife noticed him crying and asked him what was wrong. Ade told her about the seeds and how he was unable to make them grow. His wife, who was a kind and loving woman, wiped his tears and said, "My dear husband, let us both cry together. Maybe our combined tears will be enough to make the seed grow." Ade's wife joined him in watering the seed with their tears, and to their amazement, the next day, tiny shoots began to appear from the ground. The crops grew and flourished, and soon they had a bountiful harvest. Seeing his success, the other villagers became curious and asked Ade how he managed to have such a successful harvest. Ade told them about the wise old man and the 3 special seeds. The villagers were skeptical, thinking it was just a coincidence, and they too could grow their crops by crying. They all tried to water their crops with their tears, but nothing happened. The old man had warned Ade not to let anyone else touch the seed, and so the villagers were unable to replicate his success. Word of Ade's miraculous harvest spread, and the king of the land heard of it. He summoned Ade and asked him to share the secret of his success. Ade told the king about the 3 seeds and how only his tears could make them grow. The king was intrigued and asked Ade to plant the seed in the palace garden. Ade agreed, and soon the palace gardens were filled with beautiful and bountiful crops. The king was so impressed that he rewarded Ade with a large plot of fertile land and made him the chief farmer of the kingdom. From that day on, Ade's family never went hungry again, and he became a wealthy and respected man in the village. The wise old man had seen Ade's kind and loving nature and knew that only his tears, combined with his wife's, could bring about such a miraculous harvest. And so, Ade's story became a popular one in Yorubaland, teaching people the importance of kindness, compassion, and the power of tears. The end of the story.